Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host AMF1534 here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. And in the last episode, we went over to a warehouse on the quote-unquote outskirts of the city, and then we engaged in like a fucking 1-on-30 all-out arms war to control that place so that I could, get in there and blow up all the machinery to piss off the people in there so that the dudes at the Four Dragons Casino could stop being all butthurt about their lives. And let's just say that we were successful, but it was really ugly. And oh my god, jeez. Okay, I just got hit by a wave of having to pee. I'll be right back. Oh man. Whew. Okay, I'm back, man. Dude, that was weird. I have not been hit with such a crazy urge to have to piss like that in probably, I don't know, like a fortnight at least, man. That was wildly uncomfortable. Let's go take our mission, and then we'll just address this later. Don Peyote?
Who am I speaking to?
It's CJ. Hey, Truth, is that you?
Might be. Might be a government algorithm trying to pick your brains, so don't admit anything.
Whatever, man. What's up?
I love this guy, dude. He's such a joy to listen to.
Your credit good?
I took some fellow travelers deep into the desert on a peyote safari a few nights back.
Oh god. Reminds me of Beavis and Butthead Do America when they were out in the desert doing peyote and just got loaded up out of their fucking brains.
I'm in Los Santos. I woke up in a Japanese bathhouse about an hour ago. I have no idea how I got here or where the others are.
They're probably fine.
I don't think so. They were Brits, a band, and their managers. They have no experience
Wait a
in the
minute.
desert.
Are they talking about Love Fist right now?
Where'd you make camp?
From Vice City? Maybe not. I don't know. It would make sense. They like to link all those games together, but I don't know. Maybe that might not be them. Who knows? I guess we'll find out sooner or later, won't we? Well, shit. I mean, if we're going to be picking up a couple of dudes, Paul and... What? Paul and Macker? What kind of name is that? I don't even know. Well, might as well get something that's got some passenger seats in it, like this right here. Yeah, dude, it was weird. That was okay. Normally, like I've had plenty of times where I was trying to film, and I had like the urge to pee or like the urge to go drop a deuce or something. But normally I can usually quell that pretty easily. Like it's not very often that when the lukewarm piss of injustice or the hard crap of destruction, when those things come a calling on nature's cell phone, normally I can hit silence and just wait it out until I'm done. But dude, in this one it was just like, hell no, you're doing it now. It was not good. It was really uncomfortable. So I definitely just had to mail that one in real quick. I should probably look to see where I'm going. I have no idea what's going on. Dude, okay, I can't zoom out by using the freaking mouse wheel thing on my whatever. I can't. There's got to be a different way to do this. Oh, here we go. Okay, so the bumper button will do it. Okay, jeez, we're going all the way up there. Are you fucking kidding me? Well, I mean, at least we're going the right way. We can totally take this way. Got to take a right at the old Clucker hut here, and then all right, we'll be good to go. So, oh man, I feel really relieved that I decided to empty my piss sack before we started. And no, that is not code word for I have a colostomy bag, so don't worry about that. Wait, do people with colostomy bags have to use that for peeing too, or is that only for crap? I don't know. I knew a girl in high school that had a colostomy bag, but I didn't want to be that guy that asked her about it, be like, hey, how's your shit sack going on? It didn't really seem like an appropriate thing to ask, especially to a girl in high school, where like you're extra sensitive about like virtually everything. So I was just like, yeah, we'll just let that one go. Like everybody knew that she had it, but like everybody was really cool about it. That's like one of the few instances in high school where everybody had a shred of decency to them, and not just a clump of assholery going on. So, on the plus side, oh god, the back of my head itches. By the way, we've got story time today. Oh yes. I don't have a lot to talk about today, but I had two particularly interesting customers for absolutely different reasons. Like, not even close to the same reasoning why I found them interesting. But, so, the first guy that I dealt with today, he wasn't like actually the first guy that came in, but he was the first in chronological order. Oh god, don't flip over. Okay, thank you. God, okay, are we close? Oh, We're actually, we were close, but I'm definitely getting a little bit too preemptive on that. So this guy comes in, and he was a pretty normal dude. He was like asking me, he's like, so I'm just now getting back into the gym, and he's like, I underwent major neck surgery. He's like, I've actually had a couple of them. I actually last year I broke my neck twice. Like immediately right there, I was like, jeez. Like I didn't want to ask him what he was doing, but he's like, yeah. He's like, I broke my neck twice, and so I had to have a number of like major surgeries to get that all fixed, and so like I'm having like some crazy, muscular dystrophy and like, muscle atrophy type of stuff going on. He's like, so I'm really trying to like get back into the gym because they actually like took out part of my spine, and so like essentially like one of the main things that's even holding like my head up right now are like my trap muscles like in my shoulders. He's like, so I'm like trying to strengthen that up like as much as humanly possible, otherwise like my head will start to droop in either direction or whatever. We'll talk about this in a minute since we're here.
Hello?
See what this is all about.
Hey, anybody out here?
I have a feeling they're either going to be like naked or they're going to like jump me.
Over there.
Oh, here they are, never
Hey,
mind.
man, you all right?
I was wrong.
Fucking hell! I'm fucking hanging.
I'm covered in freaking sand.
I don't know, mate.
God,
I
that
was
guy
having
looks like
a
he's
dream.
just blasted
I
out of
was
his
wanking
gourd
over
right
some
now.
fat bird's tits when this
Oh,
twat
gross.
turned up.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody refer to a woman as a fat bird
You did it
either.
again, didn't you?
That's kind of
That
funny.
peyote was
Maybe they're talking
shite.
about
You're
Pau
lucky I
Gasol's
brought
wife.
some tabs along.
Told you a million times not to put stuff in my fucking drink.
Oh, piss off!
Especially
Skipper.
when I'm wearing my favorite denim vest.
Who are you again?
Oh, I'm a friend of the truth. He said you guys might need a ride into town or something.
But I'm a fucking raspberry.
You're not a fucking raspberry.
I can't feel my legs, RP. I've wanked the use out of them.
Just stand up, you soppy
You've
cunt.
wanked
We
the
go
use
through this
out of
every
your
weekend.
legs. That's never a good thing to hear.
Man, what the hell was y'all doing last night?
Anybody got a rag?
So where I'm taking y'all?
I got a pal, Rosie. He's got some casino gig.
What is he
going down
doing
on
over
Beach Street.
there?
Sweet.
That dude is just like,
All right.
just freaking like sanding
Fuck off,
his
Street.
his
Oh,
his
Johnny.
junk down
All
to
right, ladies,
nothing.
let's go.
That was weird. He's like,
Come on. Fucking Normans.
Well, it felt like I couldn't feel him, honest.
Oh, and that is why we don't do drugs, ladies and gentlemen. You need to find a vehicle with at least two. Ah, see, I knew it'd be good to have some passenger seats. Man, I'm really glad I didn't grab a luxury car. I could have gotten here faster, but wouldn't really have helped very much. All right. So yeah, dude, so back to this guy. Let's actually see where we're going. Hold on. Take Paul and Macker to the snake farm. Gross. What are they? Growing snakes there? At this fine snake farm, we only grow the finest organic non-GMO snakes.
I remember snakes. Lots of snakes.
Snake farm not too far from here. We can go check it out.
Okay, alright. So yeah, dude, this guy was really interesting to talk to. Like he was like telling me about, just everything that he was needing to do, that like his trainers and like his doctors were telling him that that his doctors were telling him to do on how he can like strengthen the muscles in his neck and his back and everything so that he can support himself. And so I was like, well, yeah, I'll be glad to help you out. And like we were just talking about supplements and protein and stuff and like different workouts that he should be doing. And then all of a sudden, like I noticed like he was like having like a hard time breathing, and like he started like turning his head all weird. And all right, let's figure this out real quick. What in the world is this little ghost
Here
town?
we are. Look familiar?
Looks just like Salford to me.
And with the giant snake farm sign up there.
Is that him? That there city boy has gone and been with my prize hog. Now I don't even get no sugar from her.
And that one done screwed my sis. I had a
Oh,
terrible
gross! That's a
thing-
woman. I didn't realize. I thought it was just like an oversized man for a minute.
I'm gonna slap you silly for giving me and my fella the red bumpies.
Ew! The red bumpies. Oh, it's nasty.
What you gone and done to my young
Oh boy. Firefight! Oh god, okay. Alright. Let's throw down. Yeah, you wanna throw down? We'll throw down. I've got the real deal though.
Everybody in the car.
Yeah, whoa! Oh, hey, who's shooting? Oh, hey. Oh, the coppers are here. Let's go. We gotta move. We have to go. Get in the car. Come on. Yeah, we had a great time. Now let's go. All right. Yeah, let's run over some cops in the process. Sounds like a great idea. So yeah, dude, like he started having trouble breathing, and like he was like kind of like, you know, shaking his head off to the side, and then he's like hold on just a second. It's like I gotta do something, and he like put his hand on his trachea, like on his Adam's apple, and he just started like wrenching it over to one side. Like it looked for a second like he was totally just trying to pull his throat out, like just pulling his like throat straight out of his body, and like he started like punching it, and then like all of a sudden he just like kind of shook himself back into position. He's like, all right. He's like, sorry about that. He's like, I know that was, oh no, oh man, okay, we need to really not do that. Would have been a nightmare. But yeah, dude, he's like, sorry about that. I know that was probably really uncomfortable to look at, judging by the look on your face. Because I was trying to keep it together, but I'm sitting here looking at this like, what in the hell is he doing? Like, this is genuinely uncomfortable to watch right now. And then, you know, then all of a sudden he was fine. He's like, yeah, he's like, he's like, it's really hard for me to be able to breathe sometimes because I've got some plates in my throat that are, you know, keeping everything in place, and sometimes they just kind of shift around a little bit. He's like, so I just kind of have to like, you know, wrench it around, and then it's fine. So he's like, yeah, dude, it was really weird. And so then we just kind of went back to it again. And every once in a while, he kind of like, you know, keep wrenching at himself, and he was just like a really interesting guy to talk to, because like he wasn't doing like the whole like woe is me sort of thing with his situation. Like he was just like, you know, it is what it is, you know. Sometimes that's just what life does to you, and you just have to respond. You can't just sit there and, you know, mail it in for the rest of your life because something unfortunate happened, which is a really great way to look at things. Now, you think a lot of people that, you know, go off and, you know, break their necks twice in 1 year, I think you'd have a pretty decent excuse to be pretty upset about how your life is going at that point. We need to get out of this area. I should not have come up this way. It was a very stupid idea. And now we're going to go the wrong way, I think. So, yeah, dude, he was a really interesting guy. He ended up spending a lot of money. He bought like a whole bunch of things. He was just, I don't know, he was just really nice. Like, you don't really get a lot of guys like that. Whenever you get, you know, people that have been in like car accidents and they've been injured really bad, they're always like, they're really short-tempered with you, like understandably. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, you need to have some pep in your step, man. You need to stop being so upset about everything, even though, you know, you could have been killed twice. So, yeah, but that was the one guy. Just like the whole visual of him doing that though with his throat just really it just made my stomach shift kind of the wrong way. So, and then there's the other guy. This guy he very well may have been, you know, just loaded up on all sorts of things. I don't really know what it was. He may have been on peyote, who knows? But this guy, so he comes in. He comes in a little bit later. I'm all by myself, and he comes in and he's like, hey, did my bread that I ordered come in? Just, if I had never worked in a health food store, I don't think that I'd ever hear that sentence constructed ever. I really, truthfully don't. Because, like, nobody's gonna go to, like, a grocery store and special order bread in there. That's just a weird thing to hear anybody say. And so he's like, did you get my bread in that I ordered? And I was like, are you Ralph by chance? And he's like, well, wait a minute, am I? Oh, yeah, that's me. And so I'm sitting here thinking, wait a minute, is that like his code name now, or is he like really that loaded that he doesn't remember his own name? That's never a good sign. So he's like, hold on, I'll wait till this is done. There's too much dialogue going on.
I pray that one day I can escape my perpetual torment and retire in peace and comfort 1,000,000 miles away from anyone I've ever fucking known, and instead, I get this?
Come on, it's me.
Just go and leave me alone so I can resume the fetal position on my couch.
Oh, what a pleasant surprise. Who the hell are these guys?
These are my boys, Macca and Carl.
Is that the dude from,
any speckled doves, boss?
is that the dude from Vice City?
Right now. Top of the range, man.
Oh, I can't remember what his name is right now.
Fitting as I sit here up to my neck in a river of shit with every mafia gorilla from Liberty City to Los Santos pissing in my face that you, Kent Paul, should witness it.
What's the matter, son?
Too numerous, oppressively insurmountable, and depressingly fucking typical even to mention.
It's all right, bruv.
Boy,
Paolo
this
Canal.
guy really needs to,
Give us some space, would you,
this
son?
guy really
I'll give
needs
you
to
a
take
tickle
some
later.
meds.
All right, for
Maybe get
sure.
some holy basil for
Not
that
you,
bad
Mac,
mood
huh?
of his.
Oh, you twat.
Unbelievable.
Let me just stare at you uncomfortably for a few minutes. Maybe that'll make you feel better.
Hey, Woolsey, I think I found a way to scope Caligula's casino without causing too much suspicion. We could talk later.
Alright. Well, that was good. That was a really long mission, by the way. One whole mission took 15 minutes. It was rather impressive. So, okay, so back to this guy. So he's up there at the front counter and he's buying his bread. And he's like, you wouldn't even believe all the work I had to do to come get this bread. He's like, I normally have to travel all the way to Canby to get this stuff, which Canby, where my store is, that's actually a pretty long drive for a guy to have to make to get a loaf of bread. He's like, I normally gotta drive all the way out there, and you guys don't even normally have this. He's like, when are you gonna start carrying it all the time? And I was like, well, we kind of don't have a working freezer right now, so a little bit hard to store bread. So, I mean, when we get it fixed, well, yeah, we'll totally have it normally. He's like, good, because I don't want to have to travel all the way out there. You guys, you know what you guys really need to start carrying? Oh, God, the phone, that can't be good.
Speak on it.
All right, Cole? It's me, Paolo.
Oh, no.
Listen, Rosie's in a tangle, and I think you're the geezer to sort it out for us, okay, sunshine?
Wait, is Rosie that
Slip
fat
round the
chick
office
we
and
saw
see me double
earlier?
quick.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate the opportunity.
Dude, come on, I don't want to have to be doing stuff with that lady. That lady's... she's creepy, and she's got the freaking red bumpies. That's also bad news. So before we call this one off, we'll finish up the story and then we'll call it good. So he's like, you guys know what you need to start carrying. You gotta start carrying. You guys gotta carry Gary's milk, man. They come in these glass bottles and they're not homogen. Homogenized, that's what it is. He just like stuttered insanely for a couple minutes. He's like, it's not homogenized, and they come in glass bottles, and that's the way you gotta have them, man. You just gotta have it. You get them in these plastic jugs, and God knows what they're putting into that. You gotta get Gary's milk, man. I gotta go all the way to Canby for those two, and it's Gary's. You gotta have it. If you guys get that, I will buy so much of Gary's milk because it's the best. And I'm just like, okay, we will look into that. Thanks a lot, sir. I will, you have a nice day. And he just kind of like saunters out and like he opens up the door and looks back in. He's like, just make sure, sir, it's Gary's milk. And I was like, don't worry, man, I got it. I totally get it. It's Gary's milk. It's the best. It's non-homogenized in the way that you must say it. So, I love my customers, man. Those people are just out of their damn minds. It's so great, though. Just like listening to people try to pronounce things is probably the most fun in it. But I swear, either he was drunk. Like the way that I was like, you know, impersonating his voice made it sound like he was drunk, but it was more like a mixture of like drunk and high, like it on something, I don't know, because he was just like, and he was kind of like swaying his head around a little bit and not making eye contact with me at all. It was just the whole thing was just absolutely wacky beyond belief, dude. It was weird. So there's that. So with that in mind, when we come back on the next episode of Let's Play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, we either have the option of going back in the casino to do the $ mission, or we can go back over to see Paulo at that mess of a place and see what he wants us to do. I think we'll go back in here, though, just to see if maybe that's like what'll finish this place up. So until then, my friends, this is your host, AMF1534, saying, it's Gary's milk, man, it's the best!